Hi everybody, it's the Ruthless Jobber here. Welcome back to the channel. This is the start of a brand new series. It's my first full TEW9 series. I will be playing as the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance. Billy Corgan is my user character. This just sort of fits the bill. This sort of fits the kind of company that I like to book. I love doing the whole big company and in the arenas and all that sort of thing. But when I do that, I'm very old school. I have news segments and I have, cutaway segments where they talk about the company's magazine and different kind of very, very old school, very 80s, very early 90s. And I think if I'm going to do a modern company with that kind of theme or that kind of look, it's got to be someone like the NWA. Now, I will obviously want to grow the company and become bigger and start holding shows in big arenas, but I can still do it in a way that, at least the TV show can still have that kind of feel about it. It doesn't all have to be sort of one show, like a theatre experience. It can be just a TV show, and fans can go along and watch the main show, but there will be cutaways as well for the people watching at home. That kind of thing. So this company just sort of fit the bill. Now this is a converted database from 2020. It's actually the June 2020 Real World Chronicles. I had a really long-term save using this mod on 2020. I'm not kidding it. I got it was about 13-14 years, I think, in the end. Certainly got up to the 2030s. So yeah, it was a private save. It wasn't available on YouTube or anything like that. But yeah, really long save with this particular mod. So I've converted it over. I haven't made any changes. So there might be a few little, such and such might not be quite the right height, or so and so might be a bit heavier than he was in real life, or but I'm not going to go in and change everything. I might look to do at least all of the wrestlers I have on my roster, but it just means every time I sign someone I've got to remember to do it, so I might just leave it as is. I don't think there's anything too crazy. I haven't had a good look yet at kind of what's going on with the company. I have added in some events to make a full year. Storylines, we don't have any at the moment, so I will need to be looking at that. I have got rid of the women's division. As people know who are long-term watchers of my channel, I generally don't do women's divisions. It might be something I'll look to introduce. I know I've said this before and I never have, but somewhere along the line I'm going to have a long-term save where I'm going to think, right, yeah, okay, now's the time. So yeah, we'll see. So I'm going to show you the events now. Since TEW probably 2016 at least, I've been crying out for a real world calendar. Now we've got it. But you know what? That actually throws up a few headaches because I'm so used to booking, 4 TV shows, pay-per-view, 4 TV shows, pay-per-view. But with a real-world calendar, if you want shows on a specific date, or some months are going to have 5 weeks of TV before the event, because it's just the way things work out. I mean, you could have, I could do it. I could do it where you have 4 TV shows in an event, but the pay-per-view is going to shift every month, and it's going to get, it's going to get earlier and earlier throughout the month. So, for example, this July on the 25th, August then might be on the 14th, and then the September might be on the 7th, and then October might be on the 1st, and so it all kind of so. As a compromise, there are some months that are going to have 5 weeks worth of television. It just gives us more build up. I could do it in a way that some months would have 2 events. So, for example, August's event might be held on the very early in September. That's another compromise. But I do like the idea of every month the fans know that every month they're going to have a pay-per-view or a Premier Live event. And I think WWE do it in real life, right? So WrestleMania, for example, is kind of March's Premier Live event, but sometimes they hold it in very early April to kind of shift it to make it, to make the build up right, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever it is they want. I also want an event on Halloween, so that also springs a kind of issue, or at least the weekend of Halloween. Let's put it that way. But in 2020, it did work out that it was at a weekend, but that throws up its own issue because, again, potentially some years October could have a 6 week build up, because if it turns out that September's event for one particular year is a week earlier than that, then it's an extra week to wait until the weekend of Halloween. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad we've got a real world calendar. I think it's brilliant. I think the fact, as I say, I can actually have a show. I haven't got to guess that. Oh well, let's just say Sunday week 4 is Halloween. No, we have got an exact date. I've been using a calendar, 2020 and the 2021 calendar to sort of get these dates right. There might be a bit of shifting around. I'm also with the new real world calendar. I'm probably more inclined to hold some other lesser shows as well. So where we have our main Premier Live event at the end of a month, I might think actually, it'd be really cool to have one on, the 4th of July or Thanksgiving, or so yeah, there's room for doing that sort of thing. I don't know if whether you've seen this little anomaly here in December. Here's a little example of changing things up. So every Premier Live event is on a Saturday, but in December, the Saturday is Boxing Day. And I just think that's a little bit. I don't think you would hold a Premier Live event on Boxing Day. Maybe there are companies out there that do, but I just thought let's just shift it to the Sunday, the 27th. My dad's birthday, actually. So yeah, there's all that I've done. I've changed NWA Power to a 1.5 hour show, and I'm recording one at a time, so I don't get, especially now with a real world calendar, I don't get muddled up with who's got titles here, where, and whatever. So there's that. I will. I don't know. I haven't even looked at the teams yet. There's so much I haven't looked at. I just kind of wanted to get cracking with recording this and let you all know what I was doing. Creative. Again, haven't got a clue. I know Nick Aldis is our highest earner. He's on an exclusive written contract. I have put some contracts out there because I got rid of all of the women. Well, all of them apart from one or two, I think, I've taken them off as being wrestlers. They're just going to be like managers. Camille, perfect example. I've got someone in mind that I want her to manage, but I'm hoping I'm going to sign them first. I'll go through that in a minute. I won't keep that a secret. So yeah, because I got rid of all the women, I've gone under the 20 minimum on the roster. So I have made some contract offers. Let's have a look at those now, actually. So I mean, there's some names on there you're going to recognise. There's some really good names, but I thought Camille would be a great manager for Rusev. So yeah, we're gonna see where we go with this. I'm hoping this is going to be another long-term save to go alongside the WCW 98 save. That's certainly my intention. I want this to be a long-term venture. Booking team, we are going to need to look at it actually, aren't we? I mean, there we go straight away. Dave Lagana, let's get him in. He's a booking skill of 80. Who else have we got? David Marquez, 60. It's not awful. Okay, get him in. Marty Skrull, 60. Yeah, again, not awful. We'll get him in. So there's our booking team done live with you guys. Inner Circle. I don't really want to go through all of this right now. So no, I think I'll do all that off camera. But I will sort of show you. I mean, straight away, I know I'm already going to put him in. Actually, just luck of the draw. Clicked on him, and he's got a well suited to the role, and there's no negatives there. So why not? Let's do that. Nick Aldis could be one. Does not have high enough. No, I'll do this off camera. I don't want this to sort of stretch out too much as an episode. Product, I did go into the editor beforehand and I changed the product to 3-Ring Circus. Yeah, I just it's a product I started to use towards the end of TEW 2020. It just fits what I want to do. This bit here, the matches less than 10 minutes will not be able to achieve world-class scores. That's fine. In most products, when you get that comment, it also says lengthy matches will lose the crowd. Not this one. So 10 minutes. Most of my matches are going to be 10 minutes at least. I'll have a couple of squash matches. I've put contracts out for some jobbers, so yeah, most of my matches will be more than 10 minutes. And do you know what? I'm not going to get penalised if I want a 30 or 40-minute match. That's perfect. Exactly what I wanted. It was between this and the Tray Ring Circus, but Tray Ring Circus is kind of the same product, but more lucha kind of themed. So yeah, I thought I'd go with this. And I'm quite excited, actually. I'm quite excited about getting underway with TEW 9. I've only tinkered. I've booked maybe 3 shows, maybe not even that. I mean, maybe only 2 shows actually, because I've kind of been waiting for the full version to convert the WCW save over, and now I'm kind of waiting for some mods. But I thought I'd convert this mod over. Let's see how it goes. If it does cause, it, if I think, it's not all that great, is it really? Then we'll scrap it, and I'll use a proper mod that's built for TEW9. For example, we're not going to have celebrities in here, and I know in time I could probably import some over, and I probably will. But yeah, that'd be one thing I kind of miss out on. There may be other little things that I might miss out on. So yeah, but I really, I do want to go with this, and I want to kind of, I want to get cracking early. The game's been out now. The full game's been out for 2 days. The public beta was out. It's now 9 days that's been out, and I've barely touched the game. So yeah, kind of really, really looking to get something going here. So yeah, we definitely need some storylines and stables. Again, I don't want to overdo it, and I've said this on previous episodes. I don't want to overdo it, but I have realised their benefit. So definitely we'll be possibly looking at having 1 or 2, but I'm not going to do anything massive. I'm not going to have, like 10 wrestlers in one stable. See, we've already got one. I will probably keep that around to some extent. Maybe, I don't know. Camille's there, who, as I say, might have other plans for her as a manager, so we might disband that or modify it slightly. We'll see. I really don't know yet. I need to sit down. I need to think about it. Let's just quickly go through our champions. The Crockett Cup was last won by Brody King and PCO. We've got a national heavyweight, currently Aaron Stevens. Our world tag team is Eli Drake and James Storm. Probably need a few more tag teams as well in this company. We've got a television champion, Zicky Dice. The women's title, well, that's now vacant. It was Thunder Rose. We can retire that now. And the world heavyweight is currently Nick Aldis. 3 singles titles. I might be looking to get rid of one. Again, any long-term viewers of my channel will know I'd just like to have 2 singles titles, especially with a roster this small. There's not really, I don't see a need for so many. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But that's it for the moment. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned for the next episode where we'll get cracking. We'll book a show, hopefully sign some people. Take care, everybody. I've been the Ruthless Jobber. See you all again soon. Goodbye.